Hey everyone. So today I want to talk about what separates most people from being as good as they can be, being in that top 10, 5, 1% of earners. A lot of it stems from the fact that they truly don't understand money. They don't understand risk. They don't understand their emotions. This is going to be one of the realest videos that I give you. So if you're listening, you are truly going to get some valuable and tangible information. Share this to somebody right now who you think really needs to hear this. So there's a lot of people who don't really understand the fact that they are going to make $3 to $4 million in their entire life. I wake up every single day understanding that the majority of the world will make $3 to $4 million in their entire life. I've known that for so long. I never bring it up because it's just common sense to me at this point. But for you, this might be the first time you've heard that. So when I wake up, the first thing that comes to my mind is, how do I double that? If you want to be someone who says, my wife is staying at home, or my husband will stay at home, or whatever, you should essentially make twice as much as the average person. Meaning, you should make $6 to $8 million within your lifetime. How do you do that? You see, a lot of people would automatically say, I can't do something. And that's why I love sports, because the first thing you learn in sports is that you can. Yes, you can. Saying the word I can't is not in your vocabulary. And the same thing applies in the business world. If you're a business owner, go back to my video when I talked about business owner versus self-employed. You're getting other people to work around you, bringing heads together, bringing minds together to say, how can I accomplish something that has never been done before? How can I build a system that won't break? How can I expand my imagination in order to gain more out of this one life that I have? When you go to work and you spend that last dollar on this subscription package for Netflix, this phone plan with Apple, when you gotta buy care support and all this other stuff, and be on car payments and house payments and all types of payments, furniture payments, because you simply can't afford to get what you want outright. The first thing I always hear is, I just need to make more money. For some people, that might be the case. But for the majority who already are living above their means, for things that they do not need right away, that is not the case. More money will only lead them down the wrong path. They don't understand that. Their first thought is, I'm not paid enough, I should make more money. When they made $30,000 a year, they had less debt. When they had $40,000 a year, they had less debt. When they had $50,000 a year, less debt. 60, 70, less debt. The more money they made, the more debt they got. The more vacations they had to just put on my card this month. I'll just make the minimum payments. They started to lose a sense of who they were, focused on making more money so that they can live life now rather than live life later. They understand that it is better to hold off instant gratification, but instead of doing that, they'd rather satisfy that addiction and go out and spend that money right now. They would love that better version of themselves, but they hate the process of getting there. You know, if not for YouTube, if not for people coming up to me all the time and asking me how I do what I do, it would be even more difficult for me to continue to be on the up and arrow, the straight and arrowed path. When you want instant gratification, the more money you make, the more things you can just put into debt. And so the richer I get as a person, millions and millions of dollars, that's millions and millions of things you can buy. Who doesn't want a yacht on Miami Beach? Who doesn't want a private jet to stop flying commercial? Who doesn't want the nicest cars, a bigger driveway, a bigger home, maids everywhere, cooking, cleaning, puppies, living a life that's worth living? Who doesn't want those things? We never needed it, but if we can have it, of course, we would want it. I would love to wake up, work out, get a massage, then work for 3 hours, 4 hours, 5 hours, call it a day. Instead, I work 10, 11 hours a day, not just at a normal job, not just at one business, but at several businesses. I'm working several businesses a day. I'm on the phone with real estate agents. I'm on the phone with my consulting team. I'm on the phone to think about how I going to sell these products through Home Depot, Amazon, and other sites. I'm on the phone thinking about how I am going to use my phone to make the next YouTube video. All of this is within one day, working day, on a random day. I am saying to myself, let me go and produce value so that I am not a part of those who only make $4 million in their lifetime and spend $4 million in their lifetime. I am not someone who wants to live day to day. I am not someone who wants to live check to check. I am not someone who wants to make $100,000 a year and be someone living paycheck to paycheck, as more than 70% of Americans are doing now. How do you break that cycle? Hard work is a key component, but it's not the only component. Working smarter is actually better than working harder. What if I told you, with all the debt that you have, as long as you were making max dollars from your salary or your hourly position that you have been making your whole life, you could eradicate your debts in a couple of years? For some people, if the amount of debt is lower than your annual salary, you can probably eliminate your entire debt in about 18 months. Some of you may not even think that's possible, and that's because you never had a plan, you never had a budget. And then when you do get one, you go ahead and deviate from that and do your own thing. In 18 months, you could eradicate all of that. You could actually have a life worth living. And then imagine building on top of that and having a life that everyone else wants. You see? It's easy to say yes, but it feels good when you can say no and you actually have the means to say yes. It feels good to say no when you actually have the means to say yes. I just got a massage chair today. I wanted that for about 12 months. I could have purchased it any time. I have more than 40 times the money to buy this thing. Never bought it. Why? Delaying gratification. I could have bought it when I had 5 times more, 10 times more, 20 times more. Never bought the massage chair. Have the cash. Have the debt limits. Have everything that I would need to purchase this thing. Instead, I broke my phone just July 3rd. Broke my phone. I had an iPhone 11. I am now recording on an iPhone 14. I did not want this new phone, especially because the camera quality is exactly the same. So you're looking at this video and you're saying the camera quality is exactly the same as the last video. Well, that's because there was no benefit in me upgrading. So I'm not even impressed. I'm not excited whatsoever. And I just say all this to say that if I had not been doing my due diligence, I would be one of those people who say, oh, I just got to put it on my credit card this month, assuming that that was the right way to move, the right thing to do, the right way to go, the right way to live my life. And it is not. I'm able to pay cash for this product. I'm able to get the 3% cash back, make my day just a little bit better. I'm able to go out there and make that money back in a day and say, you know what? It's been 4 or 5 years. I guess I deserve a new phone. Birthday just passed a couple of days ago. I guess I'll just add this to my birthday wishes. All this money was supposed to go into my savings and generate $10, $20 a month for me. But instead, it's going into a phone so that I can produce YouTube videos for you. Because I know that I need to go ahead and make content. I cannot be without a phone. I'm going to make some content. Now, when it comes to building these systems, putting in place what you need to understand, how am I going to get to where I'm going? How am I going to deviate from the process of only making $3-4 million in my entire lifetime? How am I going to justify this $400 TV? That is 25% of my paycheck. If that $400 TV is 25% of my paycheck for 2 weeks, that means that is 50% of my paycheck for 1 week. That means for about 3 or so days, I am working to pay for this TV. If I have to work 3 days to pay for this TV, that means this TV has taken 3 days of my entire lifespan. Your life, the only life you have, you know that you'll probably get a new TV every 5 years or so. Is this TV worth 3 days of your lifespan? You see, when my money becomes stupid money, when it becomes outrageous money, to the point where getting that massage chair just makes no sense to not get it, that's when I got it. Similar to the cars that I want, similar to the homes that I want. I know, hey, if I make more, if I continue to elevate, if I continue to skyrocket, a mansion is in the future, a Tesla is in the future, a bigger car is in the future. All these things are in the future, but it does not come before me making 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 10 times what that amount would be in order for me to own those things. And I know by the time I purchase those things, by the times I look the part of a rich, quote unquote, person, I would have already been that for several more years. And I also understand that the longer I invest, the more that I pour into my craft, into my hard work, the more I will reap in the future, because that compounds. The hard work compounds, the interest compounds, the stocks compounds, the real estate compounds. All of that compounds in order for me to get the desired result that I want to achieve. A lot of people are still thinking of the now rather than the later. You can't see your future because you're so worried about the present. You can't understand that you're only going to make $4 million for your entire life, and you are not sad that you are spending your life paying for things. You are not sad that a week of your whole life is going towards one thing. A plane ticket, $1,000. That's a whole week of your life gone. You only went on a trip for 5 days, but you spent 7 days just on the plane ticket, and you call that a vacation. To me, that's a waste of life. To me, you could have used that, paid off some debt, and got a little bit of life back, because you're not paying something for 20, 30, 40 years. Some of y'all need to hear this. Some of y'all need to know that you're not on the right path. Some of you will wisen up, some of you won't. And that's why I put it in a YouTube video, because I'm going to get paid every time you do listen and every time you don't. Either way, I hope that you take the right path. I hope you know what you're doing in life and you stop being so ignorant and follow the right processes. Follow the people who are actually doing the work, that's actually working, that's actually getting things done. I started this channel because I truly want to help people. I truly want people to be just as good and better than me. I don't see competition. I see people trying to reach their best selves. And that really does make me happy. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. You know I post every single day at 8 a.m. daily, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Peace.